Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Obviously, when we deal with this amount of money, it's important to get all these questions out, and we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your service, and thank you for coming before us today. Let me ask you, and I know you've addressed it already to an extent, but I want to ask you, did the stimulus deadlines accelerate the review of Solyndra's case specifically? The deadlines put in by the stimulus, did it accelerate the review of the case?
No, it did not. From the time of the completed application to the time we gave a close on the loan, it was about 980 days. I would not consider that.
Because in congressional testimony dated March 19th, 2009, DOE stimulus advisor Matt Rogers stated that you directed us to accelerate the process significantly and deliver the first loans in a matter of months while maintaining the appropriate oversight and due diligence. Did you direct the loan programs officer to speed up the process?
Yes, we wanted very much so that the loans would not all be taking 980 days. That is correct.
But you didn't. So you wanted it sped up after the acceleration of the, or after the Solyndra loan, is what you're saying?
No, as I said, when I was before Congress in the confirmation hearing, there was on both sides of the aisle much concern that the loan program was not getting the loans out. Again, the economy was in free fall. Hundreds of thousands of jobs were being lost each month. And it was considered by both sides of the aisle that this loan program was an effective way of getting capital and helping that capital be invested in energy projects, renewable energy, and those things. And so it was a concern, as said, over nearly 500 letters from members of Congress on both sides of the aisle saying—
Thank you. And in January of 2009, DOE documents showed the loan program's Office Credit Policy Group listed 14 outstanding issues that needed to be resolved on the Solyndra deal, including analyzing the parents' working capital needs and evaluating the parents' funding requirements and financial health. A market report for Solyndra had yet to be submitted. One staff member reviewing the engineering reports listed 8 different questions about its findings, including about Solyndra's plans to scale up production. Yet on March 17th, DOE offered a conditional commitment to Solyndra just a few weeks later. So you're telling me the DOE was able to resolve in that short amount of time all 14 credit policy issues?
I think if you're talking about these issues in the beginning of January versus March, and we resolved many of those issues when we offer a conditional commitment, then these, before the loan disbursements start, that the company will have to resolve all issues. And that's what a conditional commitment means. There will be additional conditions before we actually disperse any funds.
And let me ask you also, too, being as how this is all, stimulus-related, stimulus funding, how would you define the concept of shovel-ready projects, and do you think we realize those goals?
I think what we were looking for, what Congress was looking for, what the administration was looking for were those projects that could put Americans back to work in a very, very desperate time. And I think many of the loans, for example, if you consider the Ford loan, which we think is a big success, saving some 30+ thousand jobs. And
so shovel-ready is, even at the cost of millions of dollars a job, putting people back to work?
No. As very clearly stated in the law and clearly stated in what we do, we wanted to make sure that there's a reasonable chance of payback. And in all our loans going forward, the probability of being paid back is reflected in credit subsidy scores.
Okay, thank you. And with my time left, I'd like to yield my remaining time to Dr. Burgess from Texas.